Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back at you with another video. I was going to say, and after a day of procrastinating, I'm finally back at you with another video. And it's 1:15 here in the morning in the UK, so I'm probably going to go sleep after I've uploaded this, hopefully. And rather aptly for this video, I'm wearing my top, which says Billionaire, which one of my cousins got me, who was visiting us recently for America, and now I think she's gone back to America by now. But anyway, so shout out to my cousin for bringing me this top. But yeah, if she wants me to mention her name in the other video, I will do so. So I'll probably share this video with her. Anyway, this is about, or this series of videos is about, as it's September, I want to say special needs, people with special needs. The irony, as the title suggests, the irony of people with special needs who are billionaires with special needs, however you want to put it. And yeah, considering special needs are normally seen as disabling or a disadvantage or a disability or whatever. As some people say, it's learning differences, not learning disabled. But yeah, because it's September, I'll try not to repeat this too many times, but as it's September, I want to use the word special needs, or two words, special needs, rather than learn disabled or learning or learner disabled, or difference, or differences, or neurodiversity. In October and November, I'll probably use the term neurodiversity or learning disabilities, respectively. But anyway, I'll say I will try not to waffle. I did wonder whether I should make this video, but at the moment I'm not hugely confident in my video making. But I hope some people out there enjoy this, especially those who are classed as special needs. Hopefully this will give them a lot of confidence. I suppose special needs is normally seen as an insulting sort of term nowadays. But anywho, so just before I go on to the list, carry on to the list, I just want to say quickly in the intro, I know the intro is kind of about a minute longer than I planned already, but I normally like to keep it down to a minute or less. But I've often thought in the past that like having a billionaires network would be quite interesting. Like even just the name Billionaires Network would probably be a good brand. I thought maybe in my naivety, I thought it would carry some weight and be a good brand. But the idea is they would meet up either on Zoom, like meet up, or either, let's say, verbally, if you like, or what's the word, mentally, or I don't know how you can put it, or even physically in person. But it's hard to imagine a really big table, which would fit in so many people, especially if the network expanded so much to all possible special needs billionaires, which might be about 100 or so in the world, if they all joined, maybe even more than that, and in the future maybe even a greater number. But yeah, so they'd just meet up or whatever, discuss ideas, even if they don't meet up in person on Zoom or whatever. Instead, discuss ideas or write letters to each other and share ideas and network and share and put resources together, money and resources, so investing in things together. And here are some of my goals for it and dreams and whatnot. So here goes. So number one, to get it started, would be pretty good. I hope to find a way to sort of sell the idea, so to speak. Not physically sell the idea, but actually mentally sell the idea, so that they actually would be interested. They would be interested, like special needs billionaires. I'm using the term special needs instead of neurodiversity, so people with dyslexia, ADHD, autism / Aspergers, and whatever other related conditions which could be classed as special needs. I know sometimes I call it neurodiverse billionaires, sometimes I call it learner disabled billionaires or whatever, but as I'm using the term special needs, which I hope to use throughout September, and probably not keep repeating myself, but say that one time. But yeah, so to get it started, so that hopefully they'll be passionate about the idea just like I am, and they'll think, like, by meeting up, sharing ideas, networking together, putting our money and resources together, and that kind of thing, it will be worth them doing, and like, so they could make even more money, or go into new ventures that they might want to go to, or even just find it fun. Like Richard Branson says, he goes into business to have fun and to try different ventures, but you get into more ventures which you wouldn't otherwise be able to get into, perhaps by other special needs billionaires sharing their information and ideas with them. Number two, I'd love to know what you whether you agree with the term special needs, or what you think comes under the term special needs. Like, would you class it as dyslexia or dyspraxia, or would you class it as a whole range of conditions, or would you class autism / Aspergers as special needs? Because it's hard to think, like, Elon Musk says he has Asperger's, possibly even Bill Gates might have Asperger's, and even Mark Zuckerberg, as I said, as I joked in the past, like I think they should work together, not be rivals if they have Asperger's and join this network and stuff like that. What they look at what they have in common. But yeah, I hope they will learn from each other if they network together. Again, meeting up once a week, perhaps meeting up once a week, even if it's on Zoom, and share ideas and see what they can achieve, and like go into new ventures together. So as I say, Richard Branson says he wants to make even more businesses in different areas. So perhaps working with other special needs, if you like, billionaires, he could go into areas where he would need that experience, or he might not have that experience, but someone else might have that experience. Like I say, if Bill Gates does have Asperger's and he would class in this group, it'd be quite hard to imagine. But if he did, maybe they could network together even more. I know they probably already do network. Some people say to me like billionaires already do network, but maybe they could network even more. But yeah, it would be great if they could look at what they could learn from each other. I'd love to look into what I could learn and experience, perhaps if I made this as a founder. Number 3, as a founder, if it ever came about, I hope these videos will show that I came up with the ideas first, as well as things I've written perhaps or typed up on Facebook. So things I've written, if I could ever find those papers, those paperworks, or writing like notebooks and things like that. Also like things I post on Facebook, or maybe even MySpace, or things I post online generally, and also videos I've made which show hopefully that I came up with the idea first. So I'd love to have like 10% of whatever network, of this network, so whatever it made. Number 4, I dream it would make trillions, maybe even a trillion or more, even 10 trillion or even 100 trillion. That would be pretty amazing. Even hundreds of trillions. I think that'd be pretty amazing if it could do that. If like they could invest their company's money as well and make even more money, and find ways they can make even more money and have tax loopholes. Number 5, as I often say, I probably should have explained this first, and I probably should have started with this in the intro, although I know the intro did go on quite a bit, and also answer recording part 1 or 2, or point number 1 or 2. But about having 10% equity. But me, I'm not that materialistic, as I often say. So you might think like, why would you want 10% equity? But as I often say, I would love to donate it into my 5 causes, which include supporting Italian football, Celtic FC, libertarianism, supporting people from former colonies, and also tackling poverty, alleviating suffering, and spreading peace, love, joy, hope, happiness, and things like that. Number 6, on that note, hopefully they could achieve, on that note, sorry, I hope to benefit Italian football. And like, I'd love to, if this network did make, like, say if I'm in my wildest dreams, if it made hundreds of trillions and I had 10% of that, so let's say that would be 10 trillion, let's say. It'd be hard to imagine someone like me making that much money, given I'm not that smart or whatever, but then I would donate 20% of that, which would be 2 trillion, to Italian football. I think that'd be pretty cool, like to help Italian teams like to get loads of money, which they could spend on buying better players, building academies and training centres and all sorts of different things, which anything that would benefit Italian football, hopefully even spending money on like marketing teams, branding Italian football around the world, so it would benefit hopefully clubs and countries for Italy. Also, I hope these special needs billionaires would reach their full potential, achieve even more, and that kind of thing by working together, as I often say, like #stronger together. Number 7, also, as I often say, I would love to benefit Celtic. Sorry for being so repetitive, as I often say, but I would love to, as I say, I would donate the same amount to Celtic. So like, if I did have, in my wildest dreams, I know this is probably a pipe dream, but I'll say it anyway, if I did have like 10 trillion or even more from equity, from the network, I wouldn't really spend it on buying bigger houses or nice cars or anything like that, or taking women out on dates or anything like that. I would spend it on, I would give to my 5 causes, what I mentioned, 20% each. So 20% to Italian football, 20% to Celtic, 20% to libertarianism, supporting libertarian causes, 20% supporting people in former colonies, and finally 20% to tackling poverty, alleviating suffering, and spreading peace, love, joy, hope, happiness, and that sort of thing. Number 8 is an idea I'm passionate about, because it would, if it ever worked, as well as the pride and ego, a little bit of ego, hope, not arrogance or anything like that, not being too smug or arrogant or whatever, but it would mean that, I mean, maybe some of the money I would keep for myself, like to live on. Obviously, if I need to live on, I'm gonna have to live on something. So if I really needed that money, as I often say, but it would give me opportunities to invest in these 5 courses I talk about, like projects and things like that, as well, and helping many other people, which I would say most of my work, or plans at least, are to do, even though I'm not that active as I'd like to be, and I can procrastinate a lot as part of that. Number 9, hopefully people will believe in my other ideas more if I finally hit a home run, so to speak. If I finally achieve something, then hopefully people will say, oh yeah, this guy can achieve things. And if I come up with an idea, they might say, this guy's worth investing in. But I suppose I hope it wouldn't make me complacent, because some people might say success makes you complacent. Like apparently Bill Gates said, success is a lousy teacher, because it teaches smart people, let alone people like myself, to think that you can't lose. So I think if you're always successful and you never fail, as good as that might seem, it would be, it could mean that you become too complacent. And if you do hit a failure, then it can be more detrimental, if that makes sense. I suppose that's why special needs people, so to speak, can achieve success, or whichever term you want to use, say learning disabled, neurodivergent, whatever term you prefer to use. And number 10, I'd also dream to empower young people around the world and support like special needs organisations and schools, especially across what I often call the 6, or especially across Africa, Asia, and Ireland in particular, maybe even Latin America, to raise awareness of special needs, and also to support, as I say, the organisations there, whether they're existing organisations or even making new organisations for special needs people in those nations. And if I was part of this network, that if I founded it, then I'd love to be part of meetings and all that, and learn from people, from special needs people who have made a success of themselves. But even if I could also have an input and like encourage them where to invest, so to invest in poorer areas, support African tech, for instance, the African tech sector or tech scene or whatever you want to call it, Africa's own Silicon Valley and things like that. I love to fund things like that as well. Anyway, I'm out. Peace and love.